What's up, guys? It's Colin Coates from Built2Wander. Today I'm out at Lake Grapevine outside of Dallas, Texas with my good friend Seth Lowery. I've got his lifted Ford F-150 build behind me sitting on a set of 37-inch Nitto tire trail grapplers. Today we're gonna dive into the ins and outs of the build. We're gonna talk about the wheels and tires, the suspension, and some of the accessories that made this thing as capable as it is. So follow along as we hit the trail and highlight how rad Seth's F-150 build is. So as I said, we're out here at Lake Grapevine. This is basically Seth's backyard and where he spends a lot of his time. As you'll notice here in a minute, there's a set of mountain bikes in the back of this F-150. Seth does a lot of single track out here on his mountain bike. He's also got his boat down at the dock here on the lake. So this kind of all has to do with why he built this truck. So we're gonna have Seth introduce himself and walk us around the build, talk to us about what's been done to it and why, and get a better idea for how this thing came to life.
What's up, guys? My name is Seth. As Colin said, we're here in my backyard just outside Lake Grapevine. And you can pretty much find me doing one of three things in the summertime. My wife and I love mountain biking on these trails. We love being out on the lake, out on the water. And where I met Colin was actually out in Moab. You know, we were pulling my Jeep with this truck behind me. So I've been in the off-road world for about 10 years now, and as long as it has two wheels or four, I pretty much enjoy it. Standing behind me is my Ford F-150 FX4. We're going to talk about it today. So why an FX4? You know, I love Raptors. I'll never say anything bad about Raptors because I even looked at them first, but quite frankly, the tow rating just didn't fit the bill. So what I decided to do is take an FX4 and make it exactly what I needed. I know it's not going to rock crawl. I built Jeeps for about 10 years now, and I knew exactly what I wanted. For me, it's all about how do I get to an off the beaten path trail? How do I get from point A to point B and actually look like I'm going there in style? So follow me, let's talk about this truck build. So when I built this truck, I built the entire truck around a set of tires. I really wanted a set of 37-inch trail grapplers, and the reason why is because I have always run Nitto in all my Jeeps. Everything about the Nitto is really what I appreciate in a tire. It's really quiet on the highway, it locks up great when you're off-road, and it's never left me stranded. So what I did is I wrapped those tires around a set of 20-inch fuel Contra Wheels. I really wanted a gloss wheel that went with the truck. I wanted to make sure it was aggressive but still looked great on the streets. And so that's why I went with this. I went with a negative offset so that it wouldn't stick out too far and throw rocks all over the side of the truck. So why a 37-inch Nitto? Well, to be honest, every truck in Dallas-Fort Worth is either stock or on 35s, and I wanted something to be a little bit different. I knew that it took a lot more effort to fit 37s on an F-150, but if you do it right, you can have such a better stance and be way more aggressive on the road. There's a wrong way and a right way to do 37s on an F-150, and I decided to go with the ReadyLIFT 7-inch lift. I really wanted to fit this tire under here without cutting off my crash bars. You know, my wife always reminds me that I have precious cargo in there between her and my dog, and I wanted to make sure that I could put this on here without cutting away everything that makes this truck safe. So why did I go with the ReadyLIFT? Well, I wanted a 7-inch lift that I could install in the driveway by myself. Don't get me wrong, it is a little bit more in depth, but you can do it, and that's what I wanted to do. I also really like this lift because it maintains all your CV angles so you don't have any improper wear. In addition to that, I've always run Bilsteins on all my Jeeps, and I really wanted to run their set of 5100s all the way around. So the truck's now sitting pretty high on a 7-inch lift. We're able to clear the tires, and you know, for me it's not a huge deal with the step up, but for people like, you know, my wife, she really appreciates some steps. So I went with the Amp Research Power Step. It's a really nice drop down that's super quiet and mechanical, and it's even lit at night. And then whenever you shut it, it's just a super smooth operation, and it goes back up and tucks away under the body. So we already talked about how to make this truck look good, and I really wanted that 5.0 Coyote to sing. And so I went with an MBRP pre-axle exhaust to make it sound as good as it looks. Listen for yourself. So I really wanted to put my bikes in the bed of the truck. I didn't want them hanging off of the back and interfering with my backup camera. I also didn't want them inside the truck interfering with my cargo. So I went with a Rocky Mounts track system, and I quite frankly, I just love it. What's better than one pivot cycle? It's two. So I'll be the first to admit, I don't like it when people put Rubicon stickers on a non-Rubicon Jeep. And here I am with a Ford Raptor grille. So I'll be honest, I just kind of like it, but man, clearly I've stepped in something with this grille because it's very controversial. So let us know in the comments, is it cool or am I just a poser?
All right, Seth, so thanks for walking us around the truck. It's great to learn more about the build, but now I think it's time to get this thing out on the dirt, see how capable it is, and ultimately get those mountain bikes out and put them to work. What do you think?
Let's do it.
So we're out here in Seth's backyard. We're hitting some light trails, some fire roads. You know, this truck's obviously built for that. It's not a rock crawler. That's what your Jeep's for. But it's doing really well, and it obviously suits your purpose well out here. But if you're looking for more of a challenge, I mean, where do you guys generally head out to?
Yeah, so if we want to do something a little bit different, we'll normally head out to, you know, Bridgeport or Colorado or Arkansas. And what we love about that area is we actually heard about OnX from you and your channel. And we use that to kind of map our way out to some more remote trailheads. So, you know, we're not out there to hit up the hardest of trails, but it's really cool because then we're able to get there without having to follow somebody and worry about being stuck, which is the whole point of why we built this truck.
Yeah, right on. So pretty rad. I mean, it does, I can definitely see, you know, after spending the last day or two in the truck and doing some of the things that you enjoy, how this, you know, suits your lifestyle really well. And it's also fun to share this with you guys because this is very different than the general build that we feature on our channel. So excited to hear your thoughts in the comments and see what you guys think of this build. All right, so we just got done hitting a few trails in Seth's F-150 out here. This thing rides just as good as it looks, both on and off road. It's a stunner and it feels amazing out there. So now we're kind of taking in the views out here at Lake Grapevine. So what else does the day have in store for us, Seth?
You know, we keep talking about those mountain bikes in the back of the truck. I think it's time I actually show you some single track.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. What, there's like 20 plus miles out here?
Yeah, pretty much anything you can get into from beginner to advanced. So let's go do it.
Guys, thanks for following along and checking out Seth's lifted Ford F-150 on 37-inch Nitto trail grapplers. I love this thing. I'm so glad I had a chance to come out to Dallas-Fort Worth and check it out, hit some trails, and learn all about Seth's inspiration behind the build. Drop us a comment below. Let us know what you think of the build. Do you love it? Do you hate it? If so, is it the Raptor grill? We want to know. As always, hit the like button if you did and subscribe if you haven't. Until next time, wander on.
Thanks for watching Driving Line. If you guys like this video, consider subscribing to our channel so you'll never miss any of the content we create here. Whether you're into trucks, Jeeps, imports, domestic vehicles, or anything in between, we are here to fuel your passion. So hit that subscribe button and we'll see you guys next time.